As AI reaches levels where it can replicate human speech, voice, and even behavior, how can we tell apart AI from humans? This is not a distant future. It is our current reality. Alan Turing was a brilliant but tragic figure in computer history. In 1950, Alan Turing proposed a test to tell computers and humans apart. If a computer can act like a human and pass all these tests, it can be considered almost human-like. Now, 70 years later, the Turing test asks, are you a robot? It came back to haunt us with the question, what exactly are these things that drive us crazy when we have to log in or access certain websites, making us ponder over whether to click on a picture of a traffic light that's in an ambiguous position? In November 1999, an American website held an online vote. It was from a top computer science school. Vote for your favorite. To prevent duplicate voting, they recorded people's IP addresses. However, true to their prestigious reputation in computer science, students at Carnegie Mellon University devised a program to bypass IP addresses and manipulate the voting system. In retaliation to Carnegie Mellon's sudden surge in votes, MIT students, eager to uphold their school's prestige, swiftly developed their own automated voting software. MIT received 21,156 votes, while Carnegie Mellon got only 32 votes. MIT was the clear winner. Other universities didn't even come close. This event over 20 years ago ended as a minor incident. It highlights how bots, short for robot programs, can roam the web, infiltrate vulnerable computers, and perform endless actions. The Turing test to tell humans from robots has returned in the 21st century. This approach, often referred to as CAPTCHA, was designed to prevent automated bots from freely accessing the internet. We sometimes come across it when logging into various websites. Its goal is straightforward, to determine if a website visitor is a human or an automated bot. Early versions of text-based CAPTCHAs presented characters that were twisted and tilted in various ways, making them legible for humans but challenging for bots. However, this fundamental CAPTCHA method has encountered numerous obstacles over time. In the 2010s, in countries like India and other Southeast Asian nations, there were CAPTCHA farms where people were paid $2 to solve 1,000 CAPTCHAs manually. Meanwhile, AI and deep learning technologies advanced rapidly, allowing AI to interpret images and sounds almost like a human. On average, it takes 10 seconds to solve a CAPTCHA. If 50 million people solve one daily, that's 500 million seconds wasted, or 15 years. How to make those lost 15 years valuable? Then reCAPTCHA was developed. In 1999, Carnegie Mellon University highlighted the need for CAPTCHA systems. That very university created a new form of CAPTCHA. And in 2009, Google acquired the rights, leading to the growth of reCAPTCHA. reCAPTCHA always shows two images generated from different sources. One word is already known to be correct, but the other one is something that even the computer couldn't interpret. So the server doesn't know the correct answer either. Google was scanning books worldwide for its Google Books Library project. They used computers to recognize and digitize the text. Words the computer could not interpret were collected. These words were then integrated into the reCAPTCHA system. Users would input the unrecognized characters. This helped with both security and restoring old documents. They came up with a brilliant idea. If one person got a word right, others would too. They showed the ancient words to many people repeatedly. If 10 people translated a word the same way, it was used. This process allowed about 100 million words to be decrypted daily. Around 2.5 million books were translated per year. Later, Google introduced no CAPTCHA reCAPTCHA, a more advanced version. Here it is. You can prove you are not a robot just by checking a box. If it still cannot tell, it might give you an image-based test. This could mean showing you several pictures and asking you to pick the ones that fit a certain condition. Another possibility is dividing an image into a grid and having you pick the segments with a specific object. Sometimes, when an object is placed ambiguously, it can be hard to choose. The system collects the answers that most people choose when taking this test and passes you if your answers match. Google's AI often gets by without a precise answer. It just needs to avoid making completely irrational choices. If there's any ambiguity, you can simply retake the test. Google has also harnessed AI and deep learning for image-based CAPTCHAs. For example, when it's tough to tell a cat from a dog, the AI learns from human-provided answers. Yet this 21st century version of the Turing test, CAPTCHA, isn't perfect. With the rapid development of artificial intelligence, bots have sometimes passed the Turing test and bypassed Google's reCAPTCHA. It is becoming harder to tell humans and robots apart. Finding new technologies to address this is challenging. Many developers are working hard to create smarter defenses against automated hacking bots. What makes robots truly frightening is their relentless ability to carry out tasks without any emotional fatigue. Now, with robots that can even fake emotions, it feels like falling in love with AI, like in the movie Her, isn't far off. But then I think, if it's a cool robot like in Ex Machina, maybe it's okay since it's not virtual. Yet the risk of my personal information and money being stolen makes me reconsider the idea of a robot girlfriend at 1 a.m.